Vanakkam. Now I am going to cover a very important area, bank audit. These are the items, these are the registers, these are the letters you have to see during your audit, because in each and every stage there will be a lot of register, because banks have got very good internal control system. Say, first we'll commence the audit with cash verification. Let us take for example. If we take cash verification first, then what are the registers you have to see? I'll go one by one. Kindly take note of it and write in your book or note. Take the pen. First, the register is cash vault register or vault cash register. That is the amount that is kept inside the vault that's being recorded. Second, cash counter register. That is the cashier, if he maintains any register, that register is called cash counter register. Then third one is ATM cash register. That means what is the balance that has been sent to the ATM, that has been put into the ATM. Everything is there in that ATM cash register. You just call for it and verify. And cash in transit register. Suppose from one place to another place, cash will be transferred. So everything will be recorded in the cash transit register. And even they can send to chest branch. So there is another register called chest branch register. Then related to these is you have to see the key movement register. That is joint account holder who is operating the cash and other securities. Then there is one certificate called cash retention limit certificate. Then the cash insurance letter that you have to see. Then there is a separate certificate that the auditor has to give, that is verifying non-Friday figures certificate. This you have to verify with the cash register. So this is with reference to cash verification. Next portion, we are going to jewel loan verification. What are the registers? Because these registers you have to give a list to the branch. Kindly make ready, because we want to verify those registers. Then we are moving to jewel loan verification. That is jewel loan stock register. Overall jewel loan stock register as on the date is available. You have to call for jewel loan stock register. Then tray-wise stock book. Third one, jewel loan application allied, because this application allied should tally with the jewel loan stock registers balance. Then jewel loan closed application. Then auction register. What are the jewels that have been auctioned during the year. Then for that they have to give paper ad. So there is a separate register called newspaper advertisement register. After the introduction of computerized environment system, everything is also available in the computer. So you can take a printout for you if there is no separate register. Then you have to get a jewel loan stock certificate, because as on the date of verification of the jewel loan packets, what is the stock, that you have to get a certificate from the branch. Then another point is appraiser record. Whether there is any appraiser, then his service agreement, then terms of appointment, everything is there in that appraiser record. You have to verify it. Then jewel loan, in order to give the jewel loan, there's a jewel scale is there, weighment scale. That weighment, whether that weighment scale is properly stamped or not, that you have to verify. Next item you have to verify is the securities item. You have to call for the security stock register, then verify the securities that have been written in that register. Another item is balance confirmation from banks. So for that, suppose the banks would have maintained balance with some other banks. So you have to get a letter of confirmation from the other banks. Then reconciliation work to be done by the bank. Then if there are more than unresponded entries for more than 6 months, you have to make inquiry. Next register is investment register. So the bank can make investment within India and outside India. Wherever they invest, receipts will be there. So if you are going to those type of branches, then you have to verify. You have to call for the investment register within India and the receipts, as well as outside India and the receipts. Then other items which you have to verify is advances. Any advances starts from the proposal. So there is one separate register called proposal received register. Then after the proposal is sent to the head office or respective authorities, loans will be sanctioned. Then loans sanctioned register. This you can get from the computer statement. Then loan disbursed register. Then after disbursement or before disbursement, that document has to be registered. So MODT register, that is Memorandum of Deposit of Title Deeds register, wherein which document they have taken to the registration, whether those documents have returned back, which date they have created the MODT, entries, all entries of registration details will be there. Then next register is called EM register, that is Equitable Mortgage Register. Then asked to update all loan documents. Sometimes the few bankers, they have not filled the application, or they have, there will be some incomplete filling of the documents. You have to give instruction to the branch head, sir, kindly complete all loan documents. Then also you have to make a request that is loan files to be produced as and when asked. This you have to give in this information, you have to give in advance, because they will be ready with the file. Stock register, that is for every CC, every month the customer, they have to give stock statement. So those statements have been recorded in a separate register called stock register. You call for it whether everything DP is being arrived at or not. Then stock forms file, there will be a separate stocks form files. You have to compare this stock forms file with the stock register, so that every entry is being recorded properly. Then every month or quarterly once, the manager has to go and inspect the units. Everything will be recorded in the inspection register. Then manager or regional office, they have to sanction the loan. So the head office has given some delegation powers to the manager. So for that, there is a separate circular called delegation power circular. Then the loan, in case of limited company, they have to register before register of companies. So for that, there is a separate register called charge creation register. Charge creation register. Then in case the loans have not been paid as per the terms of conditions, have been irregular, then legal notice the branch has to send to the customer. So that is another register called legal notice sent register. Then if any loan is not being paid and the bank wants to recover the amount, then they have to file before court of law. For that, the filing before court of law is called as suit file. So you have to see the suit file register. Then another register is non-performing assets register. This you can get from the computer printout. Then another register which is very much important is called DPN register, that is demand promissory note register. That is a pro note is valid for 3 years. So that you can find on the verification of DPN register. Then the banks, if they gave loan, they have to they have to insure machinery, land, build, not land. Land is not subject to insurance. Building, machinery, and stock they have to insure. So there is another register called insurance stock register, from where you have to verify. You can verify that whether insurance insurance life is there. Otherwise, if anything goes wrong, the bank's funds will be in problem. So whether insurance register is there, and see that all insurance registers have been updated. Then you have to call for the last year memorandum of changes statement. Then this year, current year memorandum of changes statement, because you have to compare back both. So you have to call these details with the bank. There is another register called DICGC register. That is, if there is any default, then the government will make payment to the bank. Then ECGC register. If any goods have been exported, everything they have to cover through ECGC. That is called Export Credit Guarantee Corporation register. Then in case any claim is made with government or with insurance companies, in order to follow, they have got separate register called claim register. Then another register is, suppose in case if any government loan the branch has sanctioned, the government will give guarantee. There are two types of guarantee. I already said, front end subsidy and back end subsidy. Whatever is there, the subsidy amount received, they have to make entry in the subsidy register, then release of subsidy to the loan account. That also will be reflected in the subsidy register. You have to see the subsidy register. Suppose some customers would have borrowed loan based on the deposit. So they will give the deposit as security and they get the loan. So there is another register called deposit lien register. These registers almost in all banks, wherever a computer system has come, you can get it from the computer in the form of statement. Then guarantee register. That is, the bank sometimes give guarantee on behalf of the customer. So everything is recorded in the guarantee register. Whether guarantee is issued, whether guarantee is due, whether guarantee is renewed, whether guarantee is invoked. All details you can find from the guarantee register. Then loan written off register, because there is two type of register called, one is one time settlement register, then loan written off register. One time settlement means partial amount is being paid, but bank has closed the transaction. That is called one time settlement register. Another one is loan written off register, because the bank feels that the loan will not come, so they enter into loan written off register. Then in order to recover the loan, because if an account has become NPA, they will issue SARFAESI notice under section 13.2 and the next step under section 13.4. Everything will be recorded in a separate register called SARFAESI notice register. Then letter of credit register. That is, if any FL, that is foreign LC or domestic LC, ILC, they gave, everything will be there in that register. Everything now, almost everything is being, you can take from the computer. The next register is called packing credit register. For each and every packing credit, the bank has to maintain a separate folio against the order. So the packing credit loan should not against the value of the order. So there you have to see the packing credit register. Then bill discounted register. If the goods have been sent, then the customer would have come and discounted the bill with the banker. Those details the bank has entered into bill discounted register. Another register is called as fraud register. If there is any happening of the fraud in the branch, then everything will be recorded in the fraud register. If there is no fraud, they will put nil every year. Then CESI form register. CESI forms is almost equivalent to registration services. They have created charge against the property under CESI. Then system maintenance register, because branch is under a computerized environment, systems are there. So system maintenance register in the form of AMC, and is there any repair, whether everything is being rectified or not, everything you can get it from system maintenance register. Another register is called as disastrous plan register at the branch level. Suppose if anything goes wrong in the form of fire or some flood has come, is there any disaster plan register that is being prescribed by the head office and that is being maintained at the branch level? You can ask that register. Then other registers which you have to see is stock of stationery register. What are the stocks available? That is in the form of checkbook and in the form of papers and everything you can enter into stationery register. Then stamps stock register, but this is inclusive of checkbook, traveler's check, deposit receipt, pay order, gift checks. Everything you can find from this stamps stock register. Another register is called as petty cash register. For petty cash, that is for small transactions, they will not enter in the main book, so they will maintain petty cash register. There you can find it. Then suspense account, suspense account register. Suppose if any amount without any narration, without any purpose, any advance is being given, that is being reflected in the suspense account or sundry assets register. Same is the case if the bank has collected the amount which they are not able to record it to which account, then that will be shown in the bills payable register or sundry deposit register. Then the bank, they have to maintain sundry deposits register. That is anything which is not directly related. There you can everything is with reference to sundry deposits. Almost the amount which is not able, which they are not able to give explanation, but maybe paid in future or wrong account credit. Everything is recorded in the sundry deposit register. And list of overdue deposits. That is, deposit is due but not renewed. But nowadays the banks, they say that automatic renewal system has come, so almost overdue deposits, deposits will be renewed on the date of due. Almost nowadays you can find only less overdue deposits. Then list of inoperative accounts. Accounts are there, but no transaction take place for past 1 year. Then everything is called as inoperative accounts. Dormant accounts, in some banks they define that more than 3 years there is no transaction, they transfer to dormant account. So any transaction in inoperative accounts or dormant account, the auditor has to be very careful. Is the debit is allowed against this account with prior approval of the branch head, that you have to see. Then the very important, because you have to do income leakage work. That is, you have to calculate whether interest is supplied properly, whether service charges have been collected properly. Everything you have to do. There's one column in long form audit report, whether is there any income leakage or not. This you can find it from the service charges circulars. You immediately go to the, whenever you immediately enter into the branch, you call for this service charges circular. Then immediately on enter into the branch, you have to ask for the audit files, that is previous auditor's file, that is which contains long form audit report, main report and tax audit report. Then concurrent audit file, if any, stock audit file, revenue audit file, RBI inspection file, then inspection report, and ask for the rectification certificate, because all these audits, they said some irregularities will be there. You have to ask for that. Then log report. Log report means who enters the computer's operation, who performs, who cancels, everything from the log register. Then inter-branch reconciliation. Suppose from A place to B place, they have sent any cash or any money transfer. Inter-branch reconciliation should be done. So there is this statement is normally now is being prepared at the head office level. So inter-branch reconciliation statement, head office will send to the branch. You call for it. Then any foreign exchange transaction details done by the branch, everything is being recorded in the foreign exchange details register. Then all checks have been sent for collection. For that, they are maintaining clearing house. So for that, they have maintained the branch. Every branch they have to maintain clearing house register. Then when any check is returned by the bank, because the check return reason is very much important, because as per section 138, if any check is returned for want of insufficient funds, then only the customer can go for filing case against that the person who has issued the check. So check return register is very much important. You verify for what reasons, for how many times a particular customer's account check have been returned. You observe it and give it in your report. Then SRG, that is SRG register is that how many groups they have formed, how many persons, during how year, how many loans have been sanctioned to SRG. And another thing, as an auditor, you have to be very, very careful. You have to see the loans opened and closed during the year. So this you can find from the loan disbursement register. But normally we are doing audit for the year ending 31st March. So we are concerned only with the balances with the files that has been available for the year ending 31st March. But you have to see the transactions of loans sanctioned. This you can find from the disbursement register. Loans sanctioned during the year and closed during the year. This you have to see. These are the important registers you have to call from the branch when you enter the branch for audit. This is the encyclopedia. Only when you go through these registers, then only we are able to give quality audit report. With this, I once again going away from the presentation. I'll meet you in the next video. I request once again you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. YouTube channel name is Ravindran V. Kindly see that all these registers you have to get if it is needed, but give it in the requirement in advance. Suppose if anyone is going for cash, if you are giving to a staff, then you give the audit product. You have to verify this, what are the things you have to see, everything you have to give. But in long form audit report, every defects, irregularities, mistakes, everything you have to give in your report. It depends on the importance of the transaction. With this, I'll meet you in the next presentation. Thanks. Nandri. Vanakkam.